Kept you waiting, huh? How we doing, everyone? How we doing? All right. Decisions, huh? Decisions. We did have one vote. We did have one vote. Thank you very much for voting. And it was for keeping his secret, right? There is some of the stuff that is quite important. I think we forgot to mention. Avery's reaction, right? Avery really wants to see Dima see justice, and we'll stick to the plan. Okay, well, I'll stick to what you voted for. Don't worry, but I think we'll. I don't know if this is going to be the final choice in this decision. We still got to hear out his plan, right? So let's say keep his secret like you guys wanted.
I'll keep your secret, Dima.
Thank you. Maybe the guilt will keep me focused.
It didn't seem to stop him before.
As horrifying as it might be to suggest, this memory you've recovered has given us a new option.
Okay.
If Far Harbor could be made more tranquil by our intervention, then perhaps the same trick will work twice on the children of Atom. We could replace High Confessor Tectus with someone willing to forgive Far Harbor and work towards reconciling.
Okay. Let's ask him if there's another way first.
There must be another way. We could make things right.
None that I can see. The authority of the High Confessor is absolute. The children of Atom won't see the need for peace unless he changes his mind.
Okay, let's say we're listening, right? Let's say we're listening.
All right. Tell me what your plan is.
This will be difficult for both of us, but I think it's our only option. I'll need you to leverage your access to the High Confessor and lure him to a secluded location. You should be able to find a spot in the Bay's old command center where you can deal with him discreetly and hide the remains. Once your work is done, return here and the replacement will move in and take command.
So that's Neo where we access Dima's memories. I can see where this is going. Dima's gonna suggest more murder by her murdering the High Confessor, and then getting another synth, I should hope, volunteer, right? And turning them into a synth Tectus to take over the children of Atom. I have to kill him?
Do we have to kill the High Confessor?
It would be the most reliable way of dealing with him. But any method that removes Tectus from power indefinitely should work.
Okay. And the children would, convincing replacement. Let's ask him about that.
You really think you can get together a convincing replacement?
Yes. Helping synths recover what they've lost means we've had to become familiar with memory wipes and facial reconstruction. And I knew Tectus very well when I was still living in the submarine base. I'll use that as the basis for our replacement's new memories. You simply need to deal with the real Confessor Tectus while I prepare a volunteer.
I don't like the way he phrased that. I don't like the way he phrased that. Prepare a volunteer? They're either going to be a volunteer or they're not. What do you mean? I guess he means, by prepare, I guess he means the memory wipe and the surgery, right? To make him look like Tectus. The children definitely going to stand down.
Are the children going to stand down just because this replacement tells them to?
Dissent may arise, but the children have seen what happens to those who speak out. Our replacement will leverage that fear to serve the greater good.
What do you think, guys? What do you think? Do you like this option? It involves... We can maybe find a way of not murdering Tectus. That's on us. But it involves another synth being mind wiped and turned into someone else.
This is a lot to take in.
It's like trying to make a right out of two wrongs, right? Because we can still refuse at this point. I know there was one vote for keep his secret, but we can still refuse and find another way. I think the only other way, though, that's even slightly good
Take
for
your time.
for
This
morality
not a
is to get
moment for
Dima to turn himself in for
hasty
murder.
decisions.
That's the then it's on us then to convince Far Harbor to stand down and not attack Arcadia. What are we saying? I should have probably gotten this far before we did the vote. So we had the whole picture, right? So we had Dima's
I know
plan
this-
as well.
This is a lot to take in.
What are we saying, guys? What are we saying? Are we going to go ahead with Dima's plan or get him to turn himself in? Another thing to bear in mind as well, right,
This is not a moment for
is that we can notify the factions that we're involved in or members of Arcadia's existence. So, hold on, let's get rid of that. We can tell the Brotherhood, but that's not a good idea because the Brotherhood would just come and attack Arcadia and wipe it out. So let's not tell the Brotherhood, but we could
I know
tell
this-
the Railroad.
this. Is
And the
a lot
Railroad
to
have an
take in.
invested interest in a synth haven, right? Because that's what they're all about, is saving synths and putting them back out into society secretively and saving them. So there is that option as well. If we get rid of Dima, we can tell the Railroad
Take your time.
and
This is
see if
not
they
a
can,
moment
like,
for
basically take
hasty
over
decisions.
instead of Dima. And we can probably convince Far Harbor to leave Arcadia alone as well. That still doesn't really solve matters though, right? That still doesn't solve the conflict between
I
the
know
children
this-
of Atom and Far Harbor.
This is a lot to take in.
They'll still be at each other's throats, essentially. So yeah, even if we do get rid of Dima, Far Harbor and the children of Atom are still at exactly square one. They still hate each other.
Take your time. This is not a
Professor
moment for
Tectus is a
hasty
dick as
decisions.
well. He is a dick. Right, we're gonna go ahead and agree to replace Tectus. If you don't agree with it, speak now or forever hold your peace, right? Because I'm about to hit the A button. I'm about to hit the A button.
I know this.
5,
This is a lot
4,
to take in.
3, 2, 1. Let's go.
Okay. I'll do it. Any ideas on how I can get him alone?
Tectus lives in fear of being usurped by his predecessor Martin. Despite that, in all likelihood, Martin is dead. But if you somehow uncovered evidence of Martin's imminent return, I expect Tectus would be interested hearing all you know in private. All we have to do is manufacture Martin's uprising. To do so, I'll need raw material. Martin recorded many of our conversations. Those in the nucleus have certainly been destroyed, but I built a small refuge for Martin many years ago when he needed respite from the family. Go there and collect any tapes you can find. I'll begin work on our replacement. And
I
here,
still don't like this.
I want you to
I still
have
don't
this
like the
as
fact
well.
that we're sending another replacement synth into. Hang on, he just give us another chest piece. What's done is done. Removed. Oh, that's the recording, right? One key added. I still don't like the fact that we're turning another synth into a replacement for Tectus. But I guess this is more good than it is bad. right? So we got to go and pick up these recordings now. I've just we took so long deciding that. I'm now picked up a bunch of debuffs. We're tired, peckish, and thirsty. Right, peckish and thirsty we can deal with. Let's have a drink and some poached angler. We're gonna have to stop by one of our settlements and actually sleep for a bit though. Oh, we leveled as well. Let's spend that on strength, right? Because that's what we're doing now. We're just pumping more points into strength. Let's get stronger and stronger. Oh, strong back might be nice. Look, it just gives you extra carry weight. When over encumbered, running costs 50% less action points. When over encumbered, you can fast travel. They didn't change that for survival. That's a good point, right? We can't fast travel anyway. So they didn't amend that perk for survival. Unless it actually gives you fast travel. That would be interesting, right? I almost want to invest into it just to experiment. That if we ever become over encumbered, if then it unlocks fast travel while we're over encumbered. That would be interesting. But yeah, we're just going to pour points into strength from now on. What is our strength now with all of our buffs as well? Oops, wrong button. Strength is at 8 right now. Right. Where is it exactly we need to go? Oh, that lighting is bad, isn't it? Oh, it's right by Lake Lumber, so let's head over there, right? Let's head over to Echo Lake Lumber, because that's right by the nucleus as well, which is where we need to go to convince Tectus. Yeah, I still feel really bad about this, but I guess it'll work out in the long run, right? Because we'll artificially create a peace between both Far Harbor and the Children of Atom. We want to be going straight west, right? Straight west. I wonder how Nick's going to feel about all of this when it's all done. Oh! Bears! Many bears! Many, many bears. I'm hidden now. Screw you, bear. All the meat from the bears. Grab it all. Yao Guai meat is actually really good. We can get a buff from Yao Guai meat for damage resistance. So, hell yeah, give me all the meat. Hello? Why won't I, why am I not allowed to loot this bear? Oh, there we go. I'm carrying too much. Oh, that's a good point. We got given a new chest piece, right? That's our old one. Arcadia's shield. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. Right? How much less is it armor-wise? Where was it? Unyielding, right? 44, 47, 15. Oh, it's only slightly worse. But the stats are permanent. It's not only when we're at 25% health. And they're good stats as well. Intelligence is not good, but agility and endurance are really, really good. That's max HP and max action points. So they're actually pretty damn good. Where's my grilled red stag? There we go. Now we can move again. We'll have to see. Weigh up the options once we look at them both fully upgraded and see if it's worth using Arcadia's shield instead of this unyielding piece. Because those increased stats are permanent. They don't come with any stipulations like being 25% health or anything like that. I mean, the intelligence I could do without, though, because of Idiot Savant. But still, I think having +1 endurance and agility is worth the +1 intelligence. Right, we just need to get to Echo Lumber Mill now at this point. Where are we? Oh god, I'm in caution. Why am I in caution? Oh, trappers. Alright, let's just move around these guys. Okay, because we've been burning through a lot of 45 ammo. So let's just avoid avoid fighting them. Right, how far away are we? Right, we're gonna join this path here and go around. If I can get up to it. Right, we're right underneath trappers right now. Let's take our time and be quiet. Ash! First! How are you, Ash? Early birds for Ash, right? For being first. There you go, Ash. Have some early birds. Happy Big Friday, Ash. How you doing? Hope you're doing well.
An empty spot in their belly. We do
I
have a
mean,
Oh,
I
that
do
was,
have an empty spot
that
in
was
my
my
belly.
phone.
I could.
fire. Fill
I
that
forgot to put it
up.
on silent, and it's right behind me as well.
If only you had my blueberry leg.
Blueberry legs!
Right?
Blueberry legs! Happy Fallout Friday. Thanks, Ash. How am I? I'm really good, thank you. Really good, thanks for asking. A little tired when we started today. Been busy with a few... oh god, I'm in caution. A few projects, both stream related and not. Just working hard on those. I'll reveal... I'll talk about that more when the time comes. It's a little bit early to talk about it now. But I'm really good. Really, really good. Tired for good reason, I guess. But yeah, Fallout's been super fun today. We just had to make some really hard decisions on how we're going to settle this DLC. I don't think there's any like black and white, good and bad way of settling things, though. For everything you try and do morally good in this DLC, there's always a drawback. There's always a morally grey aspect to it. But we've decided that to keep the peace between Far Harbor and the Children of Atom, we are going to replace the High Confessor, who will want peace rather than conflict. And that's not exactly morally good, but at least we will get some peace out of it, right, between the two factions, and everyone can live happily ever after. But blueberry legs. Ooh, surprises! Very exciting. Yeah, I'm just start working on a couple of things, which is pretty cool. And I will we'll talk about that in the near future. Right, we're right by Eden Meadows, so we're on the right path. Let's cross over here if we can. I think we have before, right? I think we tangled with some either anglers or gulpers, one of the two. Yeah, we've definitely crossed across here. We've definitely come across here in the past. I think that's Eden Meadows there. That sign there. But we need to get to the lumber mill. And we can operate from there for a little bit. We need to look at these armor pieces as well and compare the two. They're both extremely good. There's Eden Meadows. We can see the movie playing there for the ferals, enjoying themselves. Now, which way is the best way to go? This way, and then take a right just up ahead. I think we're gonna finish this DLC today. I think. which is neat. Did we miss our turn? We did not.
I wouldn't swallow any of this if I were you.
Good advice, Nick. I don't. Have we heard him say that before? I don't think we have. Nick Valentine's advice: don't swallow. Good advice. Good advice. Okay, we're nearly there. It's just around this corner now. We could probably run. I think we're probably safe to run. Right? Unless this car kills me. We gotta listen to that Eden Meadows signal at some point as well. I think that every time we pass by, and I never do it. Oh, pardon me. Boosting our strength every level now as well is going to be so useful for carry weight alone. Just that alone. Right, okay. Here we are. Oh, Sue Ellen, if you're there. Wait, how did he end up in the ground? Someone nailed him into the ground. Someone planted him. But that's Sue Ellen's garden gnome. That's where we put him. He somehow ended up in the ground, though. I don't know how. While we're here as well, I'm going to pick these mute
Seems
fruits.
to be growing well.
Because I need them. And then plant some more. Because we need them growing. I think I've still got a settler here that's not actually doing anything. Hopefully we've got enough to tend to these as well. Right, apparently not. They're not taking it upon themselves, at least. Right, everyone gather round. Where's my bell? Oh, forget it. They actually got to work on those mute fruits. Okay, good job. Good job, everyone. Don't worry about it. It's fine.
That must be 30 years? More? Since someone did the dance like you?
Oh, yeah, I did the... Yeah, because of the captain's dance. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. Right, let's look at these armor pieces, right? And weigh up which one's better. This one or the unyielding. So if this was maxed out, this would be 49 and 54, but no rad resistance. And unyielding... Oh, this is much better. 49, 52, 15. What was the other one? 49 and 54, right? 49 and 54. So this has got +2 energy resistance compared to this one. This one's got yeah, 2 less energy resistance, but also 15 in rad resistance. Where is that coming from? Oh, that's just coming from the lead line. So what was it? This is 2 less. Is that coming from lead lined by any chance? If I take that off. No, it doesn't affect the... That's interesting though. Why is this one just naturally got 2 less energy resistance? I think we're going to go for this one. 49 and 54. Or 49 and 52. Because the reason why is because this one has a +3 to all stats, but you have to be 25% health or less. This one is just straight up agility and intelligence and endurance with no condition. So I think we're going to go over to Arcadia's shield. And what we're going to do, we're going to put dense on as well. Greatly reduces damage from explosions. And we're going to swap out to that one. Exit. I think that's the smartest thing to do, right? because that's a permanent buff. That's a permanent buff. Endurance and agility, that's action points and max health. And then, have I got a box around here somewhere? Oh, I can put them in my house, right? I can put them in my house. Yeah, here we are. Put away our older armor piece, the sentinels, and put away this unyielding as well. Yep. All good, right? What else have we got to put away in storage? Some junk. Nope, don't put that away. Nick, have you got anything on you? Come here.
Hey.
Go ahead.
Oh, you've got loads on you. I forgot to take all this off you earlier.
Head.
Right, store all of that. Oh, our resources are flying up now, right? We're rich in resources. Why am I carrying all of this on me? I mean, it's worth it. Look at the stat increase that we get from drinking these. I've been quietly making these in secret. This is why I've been picking up whiskey, because whiskey is an ingredient for these. And look at that strength increase. 6 in strength. And -4 in intelligence, but we don't care about that, right? Because that helps with Idiot Savant kicking in. So yeah, we're keeping those on us. We're going to drink these every once in a while as well. What else do we have to put away? Radaways, these can go. Red stag meat. And why am I carrying so many stealth boys? Yao guai meat. I might make them up now, because we're running low on those. Yeah, let's make some of those up now. Roasts. Let's go for... May as well make that, because there's only one. Fog crawler. What does that do? Damage resistance greatly increased in foggy and rainy weather conditions. Do you know, with that, right? Does that make this food useful in the Commonwealth? Because it works in rainy conditions as well. So when it's raining in the Commonwealth, that would make it... Because otherwise it'd be obsolete, right? Because the fog isn't in the Commonwealth. Let's cook these up either way. Rad stag, always welcome. Even though I probably should store some because we've got a ton of them. Mylock meat, we'll take that. General eating, that's good for. And then these Yao Guai ribs. Damage resist plus 15 damage resistance for 1 hour. Really, really good. So give me all of them. Cool. Cool. What else can we make? Beverages? No, we're shy on whiskey and mute fruit for them. But we've got 13 of them on our person right now. Right, and I think we'll just get fully hydrated and then we'll rest until morning. And then we'll go out and get these tapes. Properly hydrated. There we go. Right, before I forget though, store these stealth boys. I don't know why I've got so many on me. I'm gonna carry one with me, but the other 3 can go in storage. Look at all this grilled rad stag. Amazing. Right. Full on sleep for... Let's go for 6 hours, right? That should do the trick. Should do the trick, and then we'll make our move. HPJ, I love how they're so lazy that they made a pump water animation quench your thirst. With that, it's you got to think as well that the survival mode wasn't a thing immediately in this game. It was something that was added a few months after release. But I agree with you, yeah. I agree with you, but it's probably they just used the same animation and give it extra functionality when they added the survival functions later on. Because I don't know, I can't remember how long ago, how long it took exactly. There was a survival mode originally, but it was just like, oh, this is the hardest mode. There wasn't actually any like survival functionality to the survival mode. But I think it was like 6 months to a year later when they actually patched and implemented survival properly. But I do think in as well, just to you know, I do agree with what you're saying. It's funny that they didn't add an animation for the thirst quench. Because I do think, and this is speculation, of course, I don't know for sure, but I do think that it wasn't an afterthought, that they were just like, oh shit, we better add survival mode in. I think it was planned from the beginning, because with a lot of, you start to notice it when you see like bed placements and things when you're playing on. I'm going to pop a Rad X real quick because it's crazy radiation down here. When you see things as you're playing through survival mode, you start to notice that things are just really well placed, you know? Like, you'll come across, like, beds, for instance, and you'll be like, oh my god, that's a really, like, that's really intentionally positioned there, for purposes of saving, and things like that. Oh, this is the girl that we rescued, right? The one who broke away from the children of the Am. Sister Gwyneth came to me last night, said she'd spent another night thinking, as we discussed, but that she cannot unsee what she believes to be the truth, that Atom cannot be real. We talked for the better part of 2 hours, discussing back and forth. I reminded her of the gifts of the island, of Atom's blessing, of the messengers seen by her brothers and sisters, of all the family that Atom has granted her. That seemed to calm her finally, and she returned to bed. But now dawn comes, and her questions still linger, raised doubts that I have ignored for some time now, and I'm left with my own questions. Is perhaps Gwyneth wiser than she knows? Interesting. Interesting. Oh yeah, that's true. It's still lazy though. I mean, if they had, if they always had the intention of adding the survival mode, you know, they could have maybe added extra animation for that purpose. But I don't know, how necessary is it really? Because you're just using extra functionality on it, right? It's the same though when you fill empty bottles. You literally just pump it, and then it goes purified water added, and it keeps going until you filled every single one in your inventory. But it's a good point to raise, though. It is a good point to raise. I'm above. I've lost them. Tectus screams for blood, and the children cheer. I beg for civility, and they whisper traitor behind my back. And I'm left to wonder what I might have done to deserve you taking them away from me. But in the back of my mind, I know waning faith is an why am I reading it small? Untended fire. Fail to care for it, and it cannot be rekindled. Thus here I sit, thinking on embers, trying to summon the courage to do what I have put off for too long. So I shall step out that door, and when I do, my life begins anew. But for the first time, O Radiant One, its path is out of your hands. Okay, cool. Do we think that Martin's still alive in some capacity? Because he was talking to Gwyneth, right? When Gwyneth was having doubts about Atom being a lie, and she, we can kind of like helped her draw the conclusion that, what was it? Like nothingness. She started to believe in the power of nothingness over Atom. But they've had interactions with each other. We've just found notes to prove that. I don't know what actually happened to Martin. I think he's just presumed dead. I think he might have actually just... Oh, we're getting irradiated the whole time we're standing here talking. I think he might have just left the island because obviously Tectus turned the children of the Atom into what they are now, which is a much more aggressive version than when Martin was the leader. But poor Martin, I guess. He could well still be alive, though. Maybe he would show up in Fallout 5 if that ever happens. Right, what's the next step? Give Martin's tapes to Dima? You're fucking kidding me, right? Back and forth, back and forth. Back to Arcadia. Jesus. Alright, fine. We'll swing by the lumber mill, being as it's right down the road. And we can fix our radiation. Because he could have just, it sounded like that's what he was dealing with in that final note that we just read. That he was actually stepping out of the door to leave Far Harbor forever. And bringing himself to turning away from his flock. If we want to make ourselves feel a little better about what we're about to do to Tectus as well. I'm not really concerned over Tectus, though, to be fair. Tectus is an asshole, right? I'm ill. Brilliant. Weakness is not a good illness to have either, so I'm going to fix that right now. Purified water. Antibiotics. Purified water. We got any more purified water in storage? The thing I'm concerned about being the bad part of this plan, no, we don't have any, is the fact that we're just getting another synth to replace. Oh, I could have dealt with the thirst with my bloody water source over there instead of my purified waters out of my inventory. Do you know what? Never mind. Yeah, it's the synth more than anything, because Tectus is like, he's a bit of an asshole, right? He's kind of turned the children of the atom into what they are now. So that's not the bit that concerns me. It's the poor synth that's gonna volunteer to be the new Tectus. And I hope it really is a volunteer as well, and not someone that Dima's about to force into doing that. Although Dima seems like he's remorseful over the decisions that he's made in the past and the things that he's done, he's still capable of doing them if he really has to, right? If he's desperate, he will do these bad things. So what's to say that he won't force someone into becoming the new Tectus? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? It's no simple solution to this DLC. I can see, especially after replaying it now, I can see why people really like this DLC. Like, I remember at the time when people were saying, like, this is a real return to form for Fallout after the base game. Because this was the first DLC that they added to Fallout 4 as well. But I can really see why people like it. It could, like, to solve this DLC and solutions and the decisions that you need to make at the end really are tough. There's no simple black and white, right and wrong answer. There's always gray areas in the decisions that you have to make, that the DLC forces you to make to resolve it, which is pretty cool. I was starting to come around to the idea that Dima turning himself into Far Harbor would be the ideal solution, right? But you can't even really call that a solution. All that does is make Dima pay for the crimes that he's committed, for the murder that he's committed. It doesn't solve anything between Far Harbor and the nucleus. I'm not entirely sure we're even going the right way here. Hold on, let's consult the map. Oh, kind of, yeah. We're kind of on the right path. If we just keep going this way, we'll get to Arcadia eventually. So yeah, this is probably the most ideal solution. Even though, you know, we're kind of trying to right a wrong with, we're trying to make a right with two wrongs here. Which you know, Mama always told you two wrongs don't make a right. But that's exactly what we're doing right now. My TV fell asleep as well, so pardon me, bear with me. Hello? Oh, here we go. And we're back. And we're back. Oh, I don't know you. My grey area in this game is all fists, no vats. How we doing? I don't know you. Happy Big Friday, buddy. How you been? How you been? I hope you've been well. Let me get you a shout out, my friend. Let's shout you out.
To get back home, 'cause I'm a cowboy on a steel horse.
Wow, am I seeing Twitchception? Oh, dang! Do you know what this calls for? John Bovey's in the chat. Put your John Bovey's in the chat. Dang, that was a John Bovey shout out. It's Twitchception. Been well. Friday is my happy place. Good, good. Friday's a good happy place, right? Big Friday. Big Friday. Happy Big Friday, everyone. It's finally here. We made it to the finish line. I knew you could do it as well. I believed in you all along. Ah, here we go. Now we're on the path up to Arcadia. Brilliant. Brilliant. I hate to be that guy as well. I don't know you, but you can actually still use VATS if you're doing an unarmed build. You can punch people in VATS. It's entirely possible. Entirely. It was. John Bovey clip. In Twitchception. What a good clip though. Were you is that like a way that you were looping the music so that you could like, you know, you could do different roles? Because if that's the case, that's really flipping smart. That's really flipping smart. Good idea. Good idea. Right. Let's go and have a word with Dima then and see what he has to say. I know, but it's harder without. True, true. I did a VATS fist run and I was just teleporting around smashing people. Blitz, right? Blitz is my favorite perk. It's been so fun since we picked it up here in Far Harbor. Blitz is amazing. Really powerful as well. Crazy powerful. Dima, you git!
Dima, I recovered the tapes from Martin's hideout.
Excellent.
When I play music, I usually have other sounds over it, so Twitch doesn't mute it. Good idea as well, mind. That's also a very good idea.
Good to hear his voice again. Oh, some grim material to work with. There. No pleasure.
Oh, we didn't take a look at our new armor. I think it's the same as the one we were wearing prior to it, though, because it's just a heavy synth chest piece. By the looks of things, as well, from what I can see, it's the same.
You in the command center. But Tectus is nothing if not wary. Earning his trust before approaching should help guarantee this all plays out more smoothly. You'll then have to dispose of the remains. Old maintenance shaft walls were never terribly well maintained.
How are we doing for
Should
time?
be able to serve your needs. Once you're done, return here and we'll send the replacement on his way. Now, are you ready to begin?
Earn the Confessor's trust.
How should I earn Tectus's trust?
Prove your dedication to the family. Help when they ask. Show that the children and Tectus can rely on you. He'll be less likely to suspect one of his favorites. Now, are you ready to set this plan in motion?
Replacement preparations. I need to know more about this, Dima.
How are preparations coming along with the replacement?
The initial stages have gone well.
It's not what I wanted to ask,
Though
but...
the reduced time frame raises some concerns. But he should be ready by the time the deed is done.
Who was he? Who was he? Where did you get him? How did you get him to volunteer? Were they actually a volunteer? You didn't force anyone, did you? These are things I really need to know. This is the questions that I'd actually wanted to ask. Or my character to ask. Right, I'm ready.
I'm ready.
Then I won't keep you any longer. Here, the tape. The fate of this island rests in our works.
Martin's New Age added. Right, now we've got to go back to the nucleus. Back and forth, back and forth. Right, what might be a good idea before we go to the nucleus, actually? Oh, there's nowhere nearby. Hey, wait, what's this? Oh, stop the Corsa. I forgot about that. Let's go and kill the Corsa, right? Let's go and do that. What I was going to say, though, it might be worthwhile going back home and saving. The closest thing that we have to the nucleus, at least, would be the lumber mill. But even that's a bit of a trek. But let's go and kill this Corsa first, right? Because that is an actual problem. If the remnants of the Institute are scouting this place out, we can't be having that. So let's go murder this Corsa. Real quick. Speaking on synths, Valentine hates me. Valentine's our BFF. He loves us. He is annoying though. Over the course of this playthrough, he's turned into a kleptomaniac. And he just stands right in front of my explosive bullets when I'm firing. That's quite annoying as well. He repeats himself over and over. Yeah, he's pretty damn annoying. But he's our BFF. We can never hate Nick Valentine. It's just his quirks, right? We've gotten used to his personal quirks at this point, and we love him for it. Still, we do. We're BFFs forever. Nick Valentine. Right, there he is. He's invisible. Oh, he's fighting. He's fighting some trappers right now. I can't actually lock on with VATS though, because he's using a stealth boy. Hopefully they'll be able to get him to break stealth. Hopefully. I don't think they will though. We could blow up the car. He's right by a car. Oh, he broke stealth. He broke stealth. Right. Use the crit. And then go over to melee. Oh, here we go. Ready? Buff! I will never get tired. I will never get tired of Blitz. Blitz is fun. It's so flipping good, right? It's so flipping good. So flipping good, in fact, that I'm going to go and kill some trappers. Even though I don't have to. This is just for fun. Oh, wow. He did a lot of damage to these guys. Well, it is a Corsa versus trappers, right? Of course the Corsa is going to be... of course the Corsa is going to be the victor. Oh, wow. He just got wrecked. No legendaries, though, unfortunately. Right, okay. Now we got to return to that guy. Shit, I should have done this earlier. So I could have turned this in and talked to Dima at the same time. My bad. Right, back to Arcadia now. Back and forth, back and forth. I really miss Vertibird signal grenades at this point. Oh god, they were a blessing, right? Being able to fast travel in a helicopter. I really miss that functionality. It won't be long and we'll be back in the Commonwealth. And we gotta swing by Longfellow's cabin before we go back home. Cause I left all of my signal grenades there, being as they don't work here. Have we made a decision yet? Are we gonna leave all our Far Harbor gear behind? I think we should, right? I think we should. I was gonna bring back a couple of things. I was gonna bring back this radium rifle, and some other things. But I think we'll just go back home in the gear that we brought with us. And we'll leave all of our Far Harbor goodies back here. Right, am I in trouble right now? We did end up fighting in this area a while back. I guess they didn't respawn. Yeah, I think we will, right? I think we'll leave all our Far Harbor toys in Far Harbor. I'm actually quite keen to see Hangman's Alley, because they got attacked while we were out here, and we're gonna have to go and double check some other settlements when we're back home as well, because quite a few of them got attacked. I'm trying to remember off the top of my head. I know Grey Garden did. I think Sanctuary did, but I think they defended themselves. The Slog did. Ten Pines Bluff did. Abernanthe. All of my favorites, basically. All of my favorite settlements. The one that matters the most, though, of course, is Hangman's Alley. That's home. That's home, right? I'm peckish. That's fine. Let's eat some food. Poached angler. Let's go. Right. Now we gotta go into... Hopefully this guy will be willing to sell to me again, because I think he's got something legendary on him. I can't remember what it is, though. It's probably not even useful. Because we had
was too close. You were almost a Jill sandwich.
Thanks, I don't know you. I don't hate him, he's hating on me. I've got the complete opposite thing going on. He loves me, and I get annoyed by him. Even though he's my BFF.
Doesn't mean the rest of us do.
Yeet. Hey, buddy.
Hey, Dejan.
Tell me you've got good news.
You're safe.
Don't worry. Corsair's dead. You're safe.
That is good news. I know it was asking a lot, and I won't forget that you did it. If nothing else, you've earned yourself a discount.
Huzzah! I like discounts. Right. What are you
Hey
selling?
there.
What are you
Wanna buy
buying?
something or what?
I've got a few minutes to...
All right. Yeah.
Right, you've got something, though, right? Something legendary. Old reliable. Oh, it was just nothing. Nothing of interest, at least. Anything else? Sergeant Ash. Now, okay. I've mentioned this in the past. This gun's really good. It's very similar to the Harvester, except that it's a heavy weapon, and it's got a better effect on it. The cripple is amazing. If you bust this thing out on a Deathclaw, and you cripple a Deathclaw's legs, it's not going to be able to chase you down, right? It'll be super slow, and a Deathclaw is all about being up in your face and melee attacks, right? You could just run away from it, if nothing else. The reason why that's so good is because the flamer is constantly hitting in a quick succession. So every time this thing hits an enemy, it applies that 20% chance to cripple its legs. And that's why that's so bloody good. We're not going to buy it, though. Because, how much is it? Right, Sergeant Ash, right? What? Are you kidding me? He's only selling it for 152 caps. Do you know what? You're always going to be here selling that, so... he did just say we got a discount. Wow, that's a really good discount, right? Dang. Oh, you sell fusion cores as well. Alright, cool. Wow. That's a really good discount. Okay. Let's make a plan here. I think what we'll do... I know, I do apologize. It's back and forth just a few select locations now at this stage of the DLC. But let's go to Echo Lumber Lake, right? Prepare ourselves to because we're right next to the nucleus at that point. So we'll go to Echo Lumber, sort out our inventory, drop a save. I might need to take a break at that point as well, because I do need the bathroom. But yeah, then we'll make our way over to the nucleus and get on with this bloody god-awful plan that Dima's come up with. This morally grey solution. Right, so best way to go is this direction, right? Straight west. Make the journey we made just before we were going to go and pick up Martin's tapes. Exactly the same journey. Let's go. And then, yeah, we'll get ourselves sorted out over at Echo Lumber Mill. Did we Skyrim our way up here last time? I think we did, right? Oh, these Todd rays. Blinding. Blinding by the light. I'm still waiting for this next gen update for this game. Watch, right? We'll be completely done with our run. We would have beaten Nuka World and completely finished the run in its entirety, and then they'll release the next gen patch. I bet you any money. I bet you any money that's what happens. Todd Howard is just gonna wait until we finish this this playthrough. Then he'll be like, now is the time. Release the patch. It just works. That's exactly what he'll say. Exactly what he'll say. Alright. Are we nearly there? I kind of know my way now without checking the map. I'm thirsty. Alright, let's have a drink. My purified water situation is getting quite bad as well. We're right by the nucleus now. I think the best... Oh, there's the trapper base. Okay. Sneak around. I definitely remember my way from here now as well. Sneak underneath. Move around this body of water here. And then we're almost there, practically. Almost. Okay. Pick up the pace a bit, I think. I think we're out of danger. For the time being, anyway. You know when we get back home? To the Commonwealth, I mean. Should we tell the railroad or keep it a secret from them? Tell them about Arcadia, I mean. We're definitely not telling the Brotherhood, right? Because I know for a fact, if we tell the Brotherhood, they'll go and destroy Arcadia. Which we don't want to happen. But, I know, oh, let's listen to this signal as well, before I forget. Oh, I've turned the radio off, haven't I? Right. Audio. Nope, okay. Music, maybe? Still nothing. Alright. Maybe we're not close enough, I don't know. It did say that it appeared though in the corner, right? Turn the music down. The radio is up fully. It's right there. Why can't we hear anything? Do you know what? Never mind. Turn it off. Whatever, right? Whatever. Right, we go this way. Nearly there. Nearly home. Oh. I fell off the road. Off the pathway. My bad. Right, and then just up this way, I think it is, and then right. Oh no, that's our cue. Yeah, this is where we turn off. And here we are. Home sweet home, right? Now, when we get there proper in just a second, just a bit further up. I do apologize, right? I know it's a little early to be taking a break, just a little bit, but I really need the bathroom. So, oh, there's our new doggo. Hey, doggo, it's Hank. Hey, Hank. Right. So I'm gonna drop a pause here, okay, and take a really quick break. I'm sorry, I know it's it's an hour. It's an hour. It's okay. It's okay. It's still a little bit short, so I do apologize. But I'm gonna take a really quick break here, just to use the bathroom. And when I come back, then we'll prepare for our journey over to the nucleus, and we'll talk to High Confessor Tectus. And I want to still try and resolve it without murdering him. I think that's possible. I think that's possible. But if we absolutely need to, we'll just have to kill him. All right. But bear with, and I will BRB.